Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Courageous Curiosity Podcast. I'm Superintendent Ben Mainka here for the Novi Community School District, and awesome episode today because we get to talk with three of our students who have been working really, really hard on this really important week that we have here called Wish Week at Novi High School. And it's actually, I think you're going to find today, it's more than just about Novi High School. It's actually about the whole district. But it's something that our students organize, and we're really excited to learn more about that. So I'd love to kind of get right into this today. We oftentimes don't realize just how much philanthropy and kind of service our students really organize and have a passion for. So this is something that I think it should be a proud moment for you guys to talk about. But I'd love each of you to just kind of say who you are, your name, obviously, your grade, and what you do here at the school. I mean, I know that all of you are in somewhat of formal student roles, and so just kind of talk about that before we kind of get into the topic at hand. So Matthew, we'll start with you.
Yeah, of course. So my name is Matthew, and we're all juniors here at Novi High School, and we're on student council, and I'm the junior class president. So it's definitely great to be here.
Yeah, it's great to have you. And obviously, student council plays a pivotal role in Wish Week, which is part of, what I know you're going to talk about in a little bit. So thanks, Matthew.
All right. My name's Helena. I'm vice president of the junior student council.
And my name is Bahar. I'm the communications coordinator of the junior council.
Great. So you're all juniors. So you're in like your toughest year of high school, right?
Yeah.
So how many AP classes do you guys have?
I'm taking 3 APs and 2 IBs.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm taking 1 AP and 1 IB.
Good for you.
I'm taking 4 APs and 1 IB.
Wow. So not all that atypical of a lot of our students here at Novi High School, but I know that junior year is a really tough year. I know you're all thinking about your SAT this year. You're thinking about all the pressure and difficult classes. But in the midst of all of that, we have this really cool experience that you guys have organized, that you guys put together called Wish Week. So I'll just throw this out there to everybody and to anyone. Talk a little bit for the people that might be tuning into this show, paying attention. What is Wish Week?
Yes, so Wish Week is one of the biggest weeks we have here at Novi High School, and it's organized by student council. And we essentially partner with Make-A-Wish Michigan, and it's a week-long fundraising event that really ties the whole school together. And every year we have a kid from Make-A-Wish Michigan that we kind of try to sponsor in a way. So this year our kid was Lillian, who has an epilepsy disorder or like a seizure disorder. And we were fundraising for her dream to go on a Disney cruise.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's really nice because Wish Week doesn't just involve Novi High School, but the middle school, Meadows, and the elementary schools. So not only like connecting our high school, as Matthew said, but like the whole Novi district as a whole, which I think is really nice to see like everyone come together and be able to like work towards the common goal of raising the money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think like Helena said about coming together, I think that's definitely one of the biggest parts because like we're able to show this little girl that we're all standing behind her, we're all here for her, we wanna help her, we wanna support her, and I think like it just like it's such like a wholesome time in my opinion. Like it really brings the whole school together. Everybody tries to get involved. It's just really nice to see.
That's awesome. So how did you find Lily? Like, was there like it used to be a milk carton with a bunch of kids' pictures, and you're like, like that's what, like I mean, how do we decide? How do we find Lily? Like, how does that come to you as students?
I think it's mostly the executive board. I think they just kind of take initiative and obviously they partner with Make-A-Wish. They speak to them. They I guess they kind of help match like a girl or like a child that needs our support. So I think that's mostly the bigger.
So Make-A-Wish as an organization is essentially vetting situations, knows about the need that's out there, and they're coming to you and saying, okay, here's a person that you might be a good match for. You might be a good a fit for doing this. And I guess then do you as an executive board have to decide that? Like how many people get to make the choice?
I'm not really sure if there was like a picking process. To my understanding at least, it was just Make-A-Wish said that like this girl might fit like, or like her wish and the timing of it might fit with your fundraising event.
Okay.
So I think that it was more of like a Make-A-Wish match process rather than just like us picking, because I'm sure there's a lot of great kids and great causes out
Sure.
there.
Yeah. So I know we're going to talk a little bit more about Lily and her story, but you've been doing this for 3 years now. What are some of the examples of other stories, of other things that you've seen just in your time in high school?
Our kid last year, he was amazing. He came to the basketball game where we got to do the grand reveal, which was very heartwarming. I think that was my favorite Wish Week by far, because we got to actually meet the kid
In person, yeah.
which was really amazing to see his reaction. He didn't know he was going to Disney, so like we made these posters and did the grand reveal at the game, the student staff game, which is always fun. And it's just really heartwarming to see like firsthand how you like impacted these kids' lives.
Sure. Absolutely. I think there's also an element, and maybe not to get super philosophical, but I mean, the three of you are a representation of a lot of our students at Novi High School who, you know, you've got a lot of things going for you, right? Like you're here. Not that you don't have challenges. I know everyone's different, and every single human being in this school has a story, but you know, you guys have some advantages maybe that other people don't, right? And so don't you think that some of this project is also thinking about the fact that maybe not everybody does have those same advantages? And how does that work for the general student and maybe those of you that work really closely on it to kind of just be reflective and think about maybe gratitude or just appreciation for what you do have?
Yeah, so I know that obviously a lot of us come from very, privileged backgrounds, and it's a privilege to be here every day. And I think that acknowledging that privilege is a big part of, our student council efforts, and why a lot of it is directed towards philanthropy. Like we just went to Bridgepoint in Detroit last week and helped out with the holiday party here, and of course our Make-A-Wish efforts. And I just think it's really inspiring to see how, like, as a school community or as a district community, we can come together and embrace that and, put our differences aside for a week and just really work towards that common goal.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think it's, like, we're so incredibly blessed here at Novi we had our drink carts, for example, and the drinks were $7. And, like, it's really... not everybody has $7 to spend on a drink, and like it's little things like that kind of like I'm very blessed. And to each individual student, maybe you put aside $10 for Wish Week and you just went to the pancake breakfast, or you just spent $1 and you bought a star to put on the wall, but like in total, like everyone using the little like what they want to put, it ended up being like past the goal. We raised over $25,000. So even though it's like everyone's like putting in a little bit of money, in total we were able to make her wish come true, which is really like nice.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
I think as I think about the three of you and all the work that goes into it, I'd love to hear a little bit more about some of the activities. So describe it for somebody who doesn't know what Wish Week is. I mean, Matt, you described what Wish Week was, but talk a little bit about like the daily activities and kind of how you bring energy and get people hyped up, for what you're going to do.
Yeah, I think so usually like there's multiple there's like one big activity per each day. So for example, we had like a pancake breakfast or like food trucks where students were able to get out of class and go and purchase like something to eat. What else? There was like the coffee carts, the dirty soda carts. Those were a big hit, I think. And we have like a third-hour concert that like the Major Six, they sing. They always do so wonderful. Everybody loves to go see it. And even like beyond those big things, there's like small things like selling the stars every day, or taping Mr. Langley to the wall. I think that was
that was awesome.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. And the Rochambeau beads, those were just like a small thing, but like it was a huge hit. Like everybody got so into it. Like people were having competitions. It was just like really fun to see. And just like participating in the spirit days, like making sure to dress up, show your support. I think everybody tries to do like a little bit, like Helena said. Like even if you can't do everything, everyone tries to at least like help out one day or like 2 days a week.
It's interesting that you're talking about, everybody tries to jump in, and I think that that's really, really true. And, I think some people might just be hearing like, oh, yeah, they can get out of class, that's why they're doing it. But it seems like people are really excited to raise money, in this case for Lily or whoever the person is that we're trying to raise money for. They really kind of get into it.
Yeah, our executive board on student council takes a really big role in planning these events, so definitely a huge props to them.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they did a really great job picking these events because, like you said, obviously getting out of class sometimes is a great perk, but I think a lot of these events were about more than that. Like, a lot of it was about, getting to know your school community better. Like that pancake breakfast, everyone packed into the cafeteria and probably got to meet people that they've never met before. Or Rochambeau, like I know I challenged people that I might have never spoken to before or went and talked to new teachers. So I think that it was really great because these events are about more than just skipping class, right? Like obviously they benefit Lillian or whoever our kid is, but also it's a great way to meet new people and build some school spirit. And I just think our executive board did a great job.
I would agree. You guys did amazing work. How do you get the elementaries? How do you get Meadows? How do you get the middle school as engaged, or at least at a level of engagement that they understand what's going on with this?
So they do the spirit days as well. Like I know my brother's in middle school, and like sometimes we fight over who gets to wear like the blue sweater or like for spirit day, but like it's nice because they're involved in that aspect. And then of course they have the stars, and this year normally we just do like you can purchase a star, but this year we tried to make it more fun and make designs with the stars, and then like whoever did the best design got something. But it was like a little competition, like just to get people excited and like want to buy the stars, and it's creative aspect is always fun. So that is basically what they did, because they can't, I don't know if they could or not, but they don't do like the food truck activities and stuff like that. But yeah, they did the stars, which was really fun, and then the spirit days, which are always fun.
And I'm assuming at some point there's a pitch like to explain to the students at, say, Meadows or one of our other buildings, these spirit days and the stars that you're purchasing or raising funds for is going to help this child. Like there's probably a story pitch that you have to give them, right? So
They're all on social media, I'm sure. So we do post a lot about it, so they know where their money is going, and I'm sure the teachers talk about it too because they're all aware. So
yeah, it's certainly awesome. So let's talk a little bit about Lily. So tell us a little bit about her story, what she wanted to do, and kind of how you got excited about taking that on.
All right.
So we were really excited to be able to help Lily with this Wish Week. Like I mentioned before, she's an 11-year-old girl, and she has an epilepsy disorder where she has a lot of chronic seizures. So it's definitely an unfortunate circumstance for her, but we were really excited to work with her. I mean, she seems like a normal 11-year-old girl. She loves horses. That was a big thing, and her dream was to go on a Disney cruise. And I'm pretty sure she's leaving this week or next week. So
wow.
I'm really excited for her, and hopefully we get to hear how that goes for her. Yeah.
That's awesome. You guys ever get pictures of here's me with Mickey or anything like that?
I mean, she hasn't gone yet, but hopefully we do get pictures of her there. I mean, she sent us some pictures during the week of herself that we can post and show people. And at the basketball game, since she wasn't able to attend, they did show a video of her saying thank you. So that was really sweet.
That's really cool. She, going at a good time, to be in a warm cruise.
Oh, yeah,
for sure.
Because it's below zero outside. So want to ask a little bit of a different question now. So we as a school district want to try and provide opportunities for our students to engage in these things. And I will say, I mean, the school district does support you in doing this, but quite frankly, the work is done by students. It's done by you guys. So one of the things that I think gets talked about a lot is that, there's all of these kind of isolated little fundraisers, right? Like maybe there's a church that wants a little food pantry drive, or maybe there's a local housing organization that's looking for a little fundraiser or something like that, or can drive. And so we may have like 50, 60 different little things, little pockets, or a classroom will take up a little project. And I don't want to diminish the importance of some of those, but I do sometimes wonder, there's a conversation that we oftentimes have about how could we better leverage or should we better leverage, right, something similar to what you're doing with Wish Week, right? Because what you've captured is everybody collectively focusing your efforts on one child, one initiative, one philanthropic goal to make something happen. Do you think that that's a really good approach, or do you think it's an issue, or do you think we should kind of just keep things the way they are? It's interesting because sometimes the adults say, I wonder if we could better support this organization if we leveraged our resources collectively versus having, all of these kind of one-off ad hoc things going on.
Yeah, I think, excuse me, one of the big reasons why Wish Week as a whole works is because everyone comes together to support one goal. So everyone is kind of like getting closer with that goal. And when we all put our collective efforts towards one thing, it's much easier to bring that one thing up rather than if we were to all be okay, this elementary school can do this, or this Meadows can do this. But all of us coming together as a whole district helped raise the $25,000 that we were able to raise. And I think that obviously everybody doing their own thing was important, but the bigger picture, the combined effort, was what mattered the most.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I agree with that completely. And I think that another benefit of having these bigger scale projects where we're all working towards the same goal is, the community building that I mentioned before. And that obviously comes with the benefit of getting closer with our classmates and our peers. But also, I'm sure it helps out the fundraising effort a lot, because I know a lot of people, they were are you going to the pancake breakfast? My friends are all going, so I'm going to go. So it definitely builds this kind of momentum that's really unique and special.
Yeah, that's a profound, actually, Matthew. I think about if I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to go, serve at something. Mm-hmm. I don't want to do that by myself if I'm in high school, right? I mean, there is this benefit of kind of collectively, I'm with my peers and they're going to do it. So I know you've kind of touched on this, but do you feel like you built closer, stronger connections with people through that service?
I would say 100%. I mean, Rochambeau was one of the ones that I think we really got to meet people that we don't know and build stronger connections.
And explain that just real quickly, too.
Oh, yeah. So Rochambeau was one of our activities on Friday, where you would purchase beads at the beginning of the day, beaded necklaces, and then you would rock, paper, scissors someone to kind of win their beads over. And then once you get to 3 beads, you can challenge a teacher, and once you challenge the teacher, you get their beads, and then you can go pick out a prize. So it was just a lot of all of that. But
it's fun.
Yeah, it was really fun, and it was our first year doing it, and it was definitely a hit, which is good. But the biggest part about Rochambeau that I think was different than our other fundraising activities was that you didn't really care who you were Rochambeauing, I guess. Mm-hmm. I mean, you would go against people you didn't know. You'd go against teachers, people in the hallway, and it's just a way for you to kind of branch out and meet new people, which I think is a nice aspect where, in our other fundraisers, you kind of go with your friends, pancake breakfast, you go sit by your friends, or the concert, you want to sit near your friends. And this, I think, was a way for you to kind of make new ones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's amazing. And absolutely one of the goals of doing something like this. So let's talk for just a brief moment about celebration. I mean, it's hard to imagine that in 1 week you raised over $25,000, especially when the previous record was last year was just over $20,000. So you eclipsed that goal pretty substantially. How does it feel to be in a situation where you've set the record for the most money ever raised in 1 week for one of these children?
I think it feels great. Yeah. I think I can say for all of us, it feels great. Obviously, it's impressive to raise $25,000, but also, the fact that we're able to help Lillian and, we were able to do that as a group and be able to do that in such a short amount of time, to be able to help her go on her cruise. I just think it feels great. Like, we were all like super excited about it in advisory yesterday when we found out, like, as a school how much we raised. We were like, wow, like, good job. Like, it's just been a good feeling.
Yeah, and then all of those connections that you made with those people that were doing some of those silly activities, some more serious activities, you're now like bonded through, we achieved this thing, and we achieved it in a big way, and you're high-fiving and hugging, and I mean, it's probably a really cool experience. So.
It definitely is.
It's awesome. I really can't thank the three of you enough for just all of your effort and your amazing individually and collectively. But for anyone that's watching this show, if you were to kind of wrap up and close, what's the one thing that you're taking away or you'd want somebody to know about this experience, organizing and running Wish Week?
I think that for me, my biggest takeaway from this experience is that there is kind of like a collective desire to do good at Novi. And I think that it really showed like the power that can come from, you know, unifying our entire community towards one goal. And I think that was really inspiring to see.
I love it.
Yeah, basically everything Matthew said, just how much we can do when we work together. Like, I know, like, in my elementary school, my principal, Mr. Asher, he would always say over the announcements, like, it takes teamwork to make the dream work. And I think that's a good motto that our school really proved.
Mr. Asher has a lot of those.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think also just a lot of gratitude to be like in such a powerful environment and such like an environment that's willing to give back, look beyond ourselves, you know, see other people around us who might be struggling and be able to help that and acknowledge that.
If you're watching this show and you don't think that these three young people are incredible, you're obviously not paying attention. They've done an amazing job. Thank you for your service, and thank you for all of the people that volunteered to raise money for Lily this year. And for those of you that are watching, and when we start talking about Wish Week this time next year, hopefully you'll get a chance to tune in and jump on board and partner with us in this great effort. So we hope all of you have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay curious and go Wildcats.